We live in interesting times. Today's stories. At least 43 are killed in a Kabul government compound attack. Attackers hit Libya's foreign ministry in Tripoli. The observatory says there is a strong chance of an eruption of an Indonesian volcano. Iran presents budget to counter, quote, cruel U.S. sanctions. Deputy Defense Secretary Shanahan will replace Mattis on New Year's Day. U.S. actor Kevin Spacey to be charged with sexual assault. Plus, huluing around Kauai Island, south side. Hello everyone, I am Sarah Nachman bringing you stories from around the globe. And this is Eagle News, Washington, D.C. Officials said Tuesday an hours-long gun and bomb attack on Kabul government compound killed at least 43 people, making it one of the deadliest assaults on the Afghan capital this year. No militant group has claimed responsibility for the raid, which caps a bloody year for Afghanistan as long-suffering civilians and security forces are slaughtered in record numbers. Taliban spokesman Sabiullah Mujahid said the attack had nothing to do with the militants. Health Ministry spokesman Wahid Majrou said another 27 people were wounded in Monday's massacre on a site where the Ministry of Public Works and an office that handles pensions and benefits for war veterans are located. Gunmen stormed the compound mid-afternoon after detonating 2 car bombs at the main entrance, which is opposite residential apartment blocks. As they entered 2 buildings belonging to the Ministry of Public Works and the organization responsible for supporting war veterans and their families, terrified workers ran for their lives. Some jumped from windows several floors up to escape the militants. Hundreds were trapped inside for hours as heavily armed security forces swarmed the area, engaging the attackers in a fierce gun battle punctuated by multiple explosions. Public Works Ministry employee Abdullah Barakzai hid under his desk for 5 hours, listening to gunfire and blasts inside his building. Officials said at least 4 militants were killed and more than 350 people freed. Most of the dead and wounded were civilians who have borne the brunt of the 17-year war.
دیوار سوراخ کرده بودن داخل وزارت شده بودن اینا اصلا قصدشون وزارت فواید عمومی بود داخل اندرب شده بودن بلاکای ما که بخش مالی است بخش تدارکات است کلش زیر آتش گرفته بودن و ما چون دیدم که بالاخره دست از اینا شاید کشته شم ما از منزل 4 خود به پایین انداختم
ساعت 2:30 بجه که یک گرمباز کرد شیشم چی شد بعد از دیگه پیداکن شد بسیار دیر مردم از هر طرف میدوید در صبح خدا پت میکرد همین نفرای وزارت و یا بسیاری زخمی را پشت کرده میبرد تو طرف بسیاریش که چیز بود بعد از اون که پلیس آمد کسی را نمیمان که در این ساحه بگرده.
ببینین بخواین نخواین نیروهای خارجی امروز یا فردا از افغانستان باید برن و این افغان هستند که به خاطر تامین امنیت و صلح و ثبات در افغانستان سعی کوشش کنند. ما امیدوار نباشیم که اینا تا آخر بمانند و اینجا در افغانستان تمام تسهیلات امنیتی را بر ما مساعد بسازند.
طبیعی است که کل مردم افغانستان میفهمند که نیروهای خارجی بودنش به افغانستان بهتر است از نگاه امنیتی. ما این را به فعال نیک گرفته بودیم. دیگه این بستگی داره به خود نیروهای خارجی که چقدر وفادار به افغانستان بودن و چقدر وفادار هستند. این که میرن حالا ما میخوایم که دولت افغانستان خودش توجه جدی داشته باشه سر امنیت خود ما بتوانیم امنیت خود توسط نیروهای خود توسط اردو و پلیس خود تامین بکنیم.
Witnesses and a security sources said gunfire and explosions rocked Libya's foreign ministry on Tuesday as attackers stormed the building in the capital, Tripoli, killing at least 1 person. The source said a car bomb exploded in front of the ministry, after which 3 or 4 assailants entered. A suicide bomber then struck inside and gunfire broke out, according to the source, who said the victim was a civil servant. Plumes of smoke were seen rising from the building as ambulances, paramedics, and security forces gathered outside. There was no immediate claim of responsibility. Two competing administrations, rival militias, tribes, and jihadists have been competing for control over territory and the country's vast oil wealth. The Islamic State jihadist group IS took advantage of the chaos to gain a foothold in the coastal city of Sirte in 2015. Forces loyal to the UN-backed Government of National Accord, or GNA, regained control of the city in December 2016 after 8 months of deadly fighting. Since then, some jihadists have returned to the desert in an attempt to regroup and reorganize. In September, IS claimed responsibility for a suicide attack on the headquarters of Libya's national oil company in the heart of Tripoli, which left 2 dead and 10 wounded. 4 months earlier, it claimed an attack on the Electoral Commission's headquarters, leaving 14 dead. In April, the GNA launched an operation to track down IS fighters operating in areas of western Libya under its control. Last month, IS claimed responsibility for an attack on militia forces in southern Libya, in which at least 9 people were killed. The U.S. military has regularly carried out strikes on jihadists in Libya, particularly south of Sirte. The GNA was set up under a 2015 UN-brokered deal, but a rival administration based in the country's east, aligned with the military strongman Khalifa Haftar, refuses to recognize its authority. Rival Libyan leaders had agreed to a Paris-brokered deal in May to hold a nationwide election by the end of the year. But instability, territorial disputes, and divisions have delayed plans for elections. 2 days of meetings last month in Italy laid bare deep divisions between key players in the crisis, with some delegates refusing to sit side by side. An Indonesian observatory official warns another tsunami could strike Indonesia after a powerful wave caused by a volcanic eruption killed hundreds when it swallowed coastal settlements, taking earthquake-focused disaster monitors by surprise. While tsunamis are often triggered by earthquakes, in this case, experts believe the deadly waves were generated by an eruption of the anak, or child of Krakatoa volcano, which could have caused a large undersea landslides or flow of molten rock into the water. David Rothery, a professor of planetary geosciences at Britain's Open University, said the tsunami appears to have been caused by an underwater collapse of part of the volcano. Anak Krakatoa is an island that emerged around 1928 in the crater left by Krakatoa, whose massive 1883 eruption killed at least 36,000 people. The tsunami that struck on Saturday was the third natural disaster to hit Indonesia in 6 months.
Untuk tingkat aktivitas saat ini masih pada level 2 atau waspada ya. Dengan rekomendasi untuk kepada masyarakat maupun para pengunjung untuk tidak mendekati Pulau Anak Krakatau ini dalam radius 2 km.
Indonesia has 127 active volcanoes and lies on the Pacific Ocean's Ring of Fire, where earthquakes and volcanic eruptions are frequent. Coming up, Iran presents budget to counter, quote, cruel U.S. sanctions. Deputy Defense Secretary Shanahan will replace Mattis on New Year's Day. U.S. actor Kevin Spacey to be charged with sexual assault. Eagle News, Washington, D.C. will be right back. Welcome back. You are watching Eagle News, Washington, D.C. President Hassan Rouhani on Tuesday unveiled Iran's first annual budget since the return of U.S. sanctions, saying it had been adjusted to take account of Washington's cruel measures. The president announced a 20% increase in public sector wages in a sign of the economic challenges the Islamic Republic has faced since the United States pulled out of the 2015 nuclear deal earlier this year.
The speech gave only a few general points of the budget, which will now be scrutinized and voted on by Parliament, but acknowledged the pressure Iran was under. Referring to the widespread protests that hit the country almost exactly a year ago, sparked by anger over economic and political conditions, Rouhani told Parliament in a televised speech, quote, "Last year we faced some problems."
هدف اصلیشان به زانو درآوردن نظام پرقدرت جمهوری اسلامی ایران است. بی تردید آمریکا به هدف خود نخواهد رسید. ایران سرافرازتر، قدرتمندتر و مردم ایران با استقامت بیشتر و هوشیاری بیشتر در برابر این توطئه‌ها خواهند ایستاد.
The renewed U.S. sanctions include an embargo on Iran's crucial oil sector. The new budget did not say how many barrels of oil Iran hopes to sell in the next financial year, which starts in late March. But analysts believe it will be considerably less than the approximately 2.5 million it sold per day prior to Trump's withdrawal. The U.S. granted waivers to 8 key buyers of Iranian oil, including China, India, and Turkey, though this has been a double-edged sword for Iran since it also helped push down the global price.
Donald Trump on Sunday announced he would replace Defense Secretary Jim Mattis with his deputy Patrick Shanahan, days after the outgoing Pentagon chief quit while citing key policy differences with the U.S. president.
Trump tweeted, "I am pleased to announce that our very talented Deputy Secretary of Defense, Patrick Shanahan, will assume the title of Acting Secretary of Defense starting January 1, 2019. Patrick has a long list of accomplishments while serving as deputy and previously Boeing. He will be great."
Oscar-winning U.S. actor Kevin Spacey is facing a felony charge for alleged sexual assault of a teenager in a restaurant in 2016, prosecutors said on Monday. According to the district attorney of Cape and Islands, Massachusetts, Spacey will be arraigned at Nantucket District Court on January 7 on a charge of indecent assault and battery.
Prosecutors did not name the alleged victim of the July 2016 incident, but former Boston-based television news anchor Heather Andrew told a news conference last year that police were investigating a complaint by her son against the House of Cards and American Beauty star. Andrew told reporters the 59-year-old had sexually assaulted her son on the holiday island of Nantucket after plying him with alcohol late at night in a bar in July 2016. Andrew described her son at the time as a starstruck straight 18-year-old. Spacey was considered one of the finest actors of his generation. His career has nosedived following allegations of sexual misconduct by more than a dozen men in the United States and Britain. The first public report of alleged abuse by him came from actor Anthony Rapp, who claimed that Spacey sexually abused him when Rapp was 14 in 1986.
When we come back, holoing around Kauai Island's south side. Eagle News Washington, D.C. will return shortly. This is Eagle News Washington, D.C. I am Sarah Nackman. Holo is a Hawaiian word meaning to go out for a walk, ride, or sail. Today, Eagle News correspondent Mark Angelo Abalas takes us holoing around Kauai Island south side. Take a look.
Aloha, my name is Mark Angelo Abalas, and I'm here on the beautiful island of Kauai. and it's time to holo holo all over the south side of Kauai. Not halo halo, holo holo. You ready? Let's go. Holo holo means to relax and cruise, getting to spend your quality family time at your favorite outdoors.
There are many ways to get to the sunny south shores of Kauai, but the more famous and well-known route is to the Tunnel of Trees. The Tunnel of Trees is located on Maluhio Road, which is about a 15-minute drive directly from Lihui Airport. In the year 1911, there were originally 500 eucalyptus trees that were donated as a gift to the community. As a result, those original 500 have blossomed and grew to be one of Kauai's main attractions, and also a path leading to the sunny south shores of Kauai. There are many great attractions on the south side of Kauai, from its beautiful landscape to its great history landmarks and even the fine weather. But its greatest attraction is the beaches. The beaches are what draws the people to the islands. Among those beaches stands out one very particular beach, both to the locals and also to the tourists. That beach is called Shipwreck Beach. Shipwreck Beach is a big focal point for all wave riders, because throughout the year, it never fails to give you the ride that you're looking for. So if you're a surfer, a boogie boarder, or even a stand-up paddle boarder, Shipwrecks Beach is the place to go. If you're a family just looking to have a good time and enjoy a little show, Shipwrecks Place is the place to go. There are so many beaches that are lined up across the south side of Kauai. Some you need to climb a trail, some are just right over the wall. But if you're not so much into the beaches and just want to see water sprout up, you can stand behind a fence line and head over to the spouting horn of Kauai. Whenever you decide it's the end of your holo holo trip, we highly recommend that you stay for just a little bit longer and enjoy the beautiful sunsets of the south side. These sunsets are so breathtaking that it'll even make you rethink about staying for just a little bit longer. Reporting from the Garden Isle of Kauai, Hawaii, this is Mark Angelo Obalos for Eagle News. I'm 1 with 25.
Mahalo, Mark. In this biting winter cold here in the East Coast, who wouldn't want to go holoing in Hawaii? Hashtag December vacation goals. That is today's Eagle News Washington, D.C. Join us tomorrow for stories that matter to you. Visit our website at Eaglenews.PH or EagleNewsLive.com. Also like us on Facebook, and don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/EagleNewsPH. On behalf of Eagle News Washington, D.C., I am Sarah Nachman. Thank you for watching and have a Happy New Year.